Good morning. I hope everyone is doing well and ready for a quick review. This is how I'm going to do the review for our assessments. This assessment this week is chapters 8, 9, and 13.1 and 13.2. Here are some things that you need to know. You need to practice. First off, in chapter 8, you need to know how to work logarithmic equations. Remember, there's two types. One problem with the logarithms on both sides of the equal sign, and then the other where you have to convert it to exponential form. Next, you need to make sure that you can solve common logarithms. And remember, that has the base of 10. Natural logarithms as well. You need to practice solving some of those, and practice also single logarithms. Simplifying single logarithms, that's in chapter 8.6. So go back and look at a couple of those and practice several of those. Remember, with natural logarithms, you have the inverse of natural log and e. So you need to make sure that you remember how to work problems with the natural log in the equation, and then one with the e in the equation as well. So just be mindful of that. With chapter 9, you need to be able to add and subtract rational expressions. Remember to find a common denominator. We've done that. If I give you a quick example, you have 3 over x plus 5 over 7. Your common denominator would be 7x, and then you would need to multiply. 7 times 3 is 21 plus 5x over 7x. So just remember that you have to find a common denominator between both denominators, or 3 of them. And also remember, when you're simplifying, you cannot cancel unless you do what? Factor. So please factor first before you can cancel. Okay, the new material that's going to be on the assessments is 13.1 and 13.2. You need to know all the 6 trig functions: sine, cosine, tangent, cosecant, secant, and cotangent, and how to find them. You need to make sure that you find measures of the sides and angles in a right triangle. For example, we did some of these the other day where I give you the degrees, and I might say find side x, there's 10, find what x is, or I may give you 2 sides, 8 and 13, and tell you to find the angle. You need to be able to find both of these. You can find that on 13.1. Also, you need to be able to convert between degrees and radians. Remember, if I'm going from degrees to radians, I need the conversion pi over 180. If I'm going from radians to degrees, I need the conversion 180 over pi. So you need to be able to convert back and forth. Just don't forget about that. And last, you need to find positive and negative coterminal angles in both degrees and radians. Okay, for example, if I gave you 25 degrees and I told you to find the positive and negative, I would add 360 and subtract 360 to get my answer for both of those. If I give it to you in radians, then I'm going to add 2 pi and subtract 2 pi, because we know that 2 pi equals 360. Negative 2 pi equals negative 360. But then I can't forget that I need to change that to have a common denominator. So it would really be adding 8 pi over 4 minus 8 pi over 4. Okay, with the assessment this week, it's going to be multiple choice. Okay, it's going to be under around 20 questions, 20 problems. Okay, and Each, because it's going to be on Quizizz, each of the problems are going to have a time limit of around 3 minutes. It should be plenty of time for you to work those, but I just wanted to give you a heads up on this. I will have a help class, I believe, before the assessment, but here's your review. And if you have questions, you don't have to wait for that Zoom. You can just shoot me an email or get in contact with me about that. This should be a great booster for your average with this assessment if you've been doing the assignments, taking your time doing those, and so forth. Miss you guys, and I hope you're having a great day. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.